In tonight's video, I want to talk about attachment. I want to talk about sex. I was actually sparked a little bit. I was watching this brother's video on not having sex with women and whatnot, and I wanted to kind of go into that sorta. It's crazy how many of us will go into these relationships like we about to marry them the first day or some shit. I feel like a rule of thumb should be you meet somebody new, you stay in the present moment, and you have no expectations. It's one thing if you're allowing them to prove themselves for a long time, but our impatient asses, we can't do that. We need to be patient, we need to be persistent, we need to not have an addiction, really, because when it comes down to it, it's like you not enjoying the moment, you stuck on a feeling. Also the sex thing, like it's an addiction. And then I'm gonna go on a ramble, I'm sorry, I do apologize, but then it's like there are so many other ways of feeling good. We get so tied up into this sex thing. We need to really start researching other ways to experience bliss. We've allowed sex to be an addiction for us. We've allowed sex to create a tone in our lives. One way to avoid doing that is to not have sex, right? But then even if you have sex, take it for what it is. Don't be stuck or hooked on the feeling, because that can be used as a drug and as a really bad habit. So I just kind of wanted to touch on that. I'm sure there will be more videos talking about that because, like I said, so many of us, we put people on pedestals. We are impatient as hell. We treat people like they're our wives or our husbands within a day or 2 weeks or 3 months, even, from knowing them. Like, we have all these damn high expectations of people. We need to stop that shit. Like, allow a person to prove themselves to you. Don't get so tied up into hope and feeling and all this other shit. Like, be smart. It's not smart to get all wrapped up in your feelings. That's dumb. So we really need to start focusing on our lives and, it really, like, okay, what does a person have to offer to me? Having some self-esteem, being able to do other things than worry about if he or she's gonna call. Like, get a life, I don't want this video to sound rude because I've been there too. But see, I done been in so many relationships. See, I know what time it is now. You know what I'm saying? So that shit don't faze me because I've felt enough to know what's really going on. You have to invest in yourself. You have to really know what you want. You have to make personal goals. You can't just make goals based off a person you met and be like, okay, he seems like this, A, B, C, D. No, my love. You need to set your own goals and establish your own goals. And be very careful not to create more attachment or addictions or none of that shit. Like, if you want to have sex, but don't get so tied up and invested in marriage and all this other shit that comes along with sex usually. So I had a lot to say. I know there's more to say because this is some shit we really need to talk about. It's still going on. It's still happening. Why he didn't call me? Why he treating me like this? Well, it's cause y'all don't know each other like that. If y'all knew each other like that, you would know exactly why he or she doing what they do.